Move to Cape Town. Tensions high in the Nyanga community. Residents furious. They want police to make swift arrests following the discovery of a woman's body abandoned in a bin. This happened on Monday. Now, some community members claim they know who did it, and they say that he is currently out on parole for murder. eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hejana has been tracking that story and joins us now from our Cape Town studio. So, Nobesuthu, this is just another awful crime. Talk to me about what we know about this woman. I understand that her identity has not yet been revealed by the police. But what do we know happened to her, and what are residents saying?
So police, provincial police in the Western Cape, they say that they were called when the discovery was made in Crossroads. So the community in that area says on Monday morning they were woken up by the screams and whistles, because that's how they normally call each other when there's something happening in the community. So the grandchildren of an elderly woman where the bin was dumped at, they called for help from other residents, saying that there was a bin that was dumped by a male who ran off. So upon their investigation, they discovered a body of a woman and they called the police. So they are alleging that the person who dumped that bin is known in the community, and they know who he is because he has committed crimes before. And some of the residents in that particular area were very frustrated because they're saying that many of the criminals who commit crimes or they kill people, they usually dump them in Crossroads. So that creates a negative narrative about the area, and many people would say that Crossroads is a very dangerous area. So the residents from Nyanga, they then this morning marched to the police station demanding that police they make arrests. They're saying that they know who exactly is behind this because he is currently out on parole. So they went to the police station, handed over their grievances, saying that police should act swift because he might commit a similar crime as he's still roaming the streets of Nyanga. But let's take a listen to the organizers of that march.
So we've got pain enkulu ngalento yenzekileyo thina eNyanga. So thina siyinyanga sithatha. That's why sisithi ke ngoku we don't want as perpetrators ihlale nathi ekuhlaleni. That's why silapha namhlanje. Amapolisa mawenze umsebenzi wabo. Abecuphi benze umsebenzi wabo, because I know abecuphi ba lazy bafuna investigateelwa kwangabantu. This time around eNyanga sicela visibility yabo day and night. Mabangahlali nanto into esiyifunayo khona.
Just tell us what she said. We didn't have subtitles on that piece.
So basically, she was saying that they are tired of being harassed by criminals in the area and police not making any action. So they want police to be visible in the streets day and night and ensuring that there are no criminal activities that are taking place. And she was also accusing police of being lazy, saying that the detectives, in many of the times, they depend on residents instead of them doing their job. So in what many people have been saying in that area is that they're putting their lives at risk for police, but then police are not doing their job properly.
All right, so the community saying they're coming forward, giving the tips to the police, and the police not acting on it. And it's interesting, let's listen to this clip from Dumisani Kwabe of the Nyanga Community Policing Forum. He seems to be suggesting exactly that. Let's take a listen.
The month of June, there were some attempts to arrest a perpetrator in the same area of Zwelicha, where he was pulling the willy bin. Unfortunately, the officer that was about to arrest, he was highly attacked by the community members who were against his arrest. The same person to talking about is the same person that was about to be arrested, and he's on parole. But what is needed now is for us as the community to be honest, and we don't have to be reactive. We need to make sure that whatever goes wrong, we don't defend the justice on that one. Really, if ever maybe the suspect was arrested, we shouldn't be say today we've got a murder of this young lady. But what is important now is to go back to the drawing board with the same community that was defensive and say to them, look, how do we change our defensiveness to be a collectiveness measure so that we can be able to make sure that we're in a better society.
Oh, that's actually quite interesting. So we've got some community members saying we give tips to the police they do nothing with it. And this gent saying some people tried to stop the arrest of the suspect. Am I correct in my understanding of that?
Certainly. So Mr. Kwabe, who is the Community Policing Forum chairperson in Nyanga, says the very same perpetrator in this particular case, police had attempted to arrest him when they were suspecting him of committing crime or having stolen goods in June. And when police pounced on him, the very same people who were marching to the police station, some of them, they were defending him. So he's saying that community members, they also need to be honest, and when they are forthcoming with information, they must not withhold some of the information, saying that it makes it hard for police to actually make these arrests because there will be people who are willing to talk, but then there are people who are holding back that information. So saying that this gentleman, who is now sought by police, was pounced on by police, but then some of the residents, they defended him, because they were also saying that it was clear when the body was discovered that the lady or the woman was killed. Pretty much, she had died for a couple of days because the state of how her body was discovered, it was smelling, and so it was a very gruesome discovery that was made by the other family.
And talk to us about what the police are saying. 'Cause are they hunting now for this potential suspect?
Certainly. So police say they can't yet issue out the picture of the suspect because they know that he is within that community or in the area of Nyanga. So they are investigating. In fact, the station commander there in Nyanga police station was saying that early this morning he was out patrolling with the teams. So he is committing himself that he will ensure that arrest will be made, and also thanking the police on how they acted on another case of Amahle Qugu. So he was saying that they are pretty much confident that they will be able to arrest this person.
And now we're taking that very serious. And since sizawube sisebenzisana nani mama, now yazi nani into bana senze phi. Umuntu ose crossroad will say this morning, I was there myself very early this morning, 5:30 I was on the ground. So I'm committing myself and my members, and I share my numbers with the community leaders here. And we started speaking together with the community, but I can't say now because I must not inform everyone who am I speaking to. But I can tell you, with the incident of the last incident that Esibangele uBasibelapha, we are communicating with the communities. The investigation is on.
Let's hope they make a breakthrough soon. Thank you very much for bringing us that story from Cape Town. Nobesuthu Hejana there.